Let me tell your future.
Thank you. By killing Casticus, you've given us a fighting chance. And about his eyes, I'm sorry you had to do that. Yet although
yeah,
Tula's solution might seem brutal, I've seen Karui men blinded with a hot poker, simply for looking a fraction too long at an Oriathan lady. Yes, this is war. And just a little revenge, too. Take something. A token of our thanks.
Yeah, dude, he's not evil, or it's not so bad, bro. They were bad to us first. Okay.
You deserve recognition for what you have done. You've freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils. Still, take something. You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
Okay, do I need any of these threshold jewels? I don't think so. Global physical damage, overwhelming odds, collateral damage, shrapnel shot, ice shot, frost blades, ethereal knives, first snow, freezing pulse, frost bolt, magma orb, blight, which I'm not using. That's pretty cool though. Violent dead. It's for zombies, and spark. Rapid expansion. Ground slam. All right, we're gonna take this one.
Once Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger to Namakanui and the whole Karui archipelago. As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair. A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth. A fishhook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments, and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriath Square. I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the scholars there. Please, go to the reliquary and claim those treasures before Kitava's children do.
Okay.
Remember, we do this for...
I simply can't express how wondrous it is to see you. What? No, not you, Exile. The miasmeter. The hope of humanity lies in this beautiful device and the precious knowledge it shall divulge. Far more useful than an accidental hulk of meat and instinct like yourself. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to discover that your slaying of the beast correlates directly to the strife we must currently suffer. At least you've proved useful enough to return the miasmeter to me. That deserves some small reward, I suppose.
What a bitch. Yeah, I'll take my skill point, thank you.
Now, where was I?
We're glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it. And innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god, but he'll heal. I'll make sure of that. Lani's told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from innocence, he's not the benevolent kind. Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriath is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind.
Okay, we're back. Excuse the voice, I just came up from a cold, so let's get this moving. So we gotta go kill Kitava, but there's a few stops we can make. One is in the ossuary, we'll do that last. The other one is in the reliquary, and that's the place where we're heading right now. God, everything hurts. Oh, I'll take that. Ooh, jewel. It's always good to pick up a jewel. Should be somewhere to the bottom right. The bottom left is the stairs to Kitava, but I don't want to go there yet. Is it really that much more of a DPS increase? It doesn't seem to be. I might swap out my Quicksilver Flask for something else. Not Quicksilver, Silver Flask. Thought it would have more of an impact, but I guess not. Oh, here we go. I think this is what we want. Yes, the reliquary. All right. This is a great place to level up if you're under-leveled, but I'm not, so we're not going to do that. The density in here is pretty good as long as you don't mind the thin corridors, which I think helps funnel the monsters into your AoE.
I must have time to gather my will.
Oh. Stop throwing things at me. God damn. Okay, that's one. We gotta find 3 things in here. Apparently these were all things that Kitava was afraid of. The big guy coming in the statue.
To replace the feast of birds that Kitava had greedily consumed, Tukohama, our father of war, and Valako, father of storm, went fishing. Although Kitava was blind, he could still cast his line and feel when a fish took his bait. So, Tukohama and Valako took him with them on Tukohama's mighty canoe. But while they fished, Kitava grew hungry and secretly ate all of their bait of grubs and worms. Disgusted and angry, Tukohama and Valako decided to use Kitava as bait instead. Valako used his own jawbone as a hook, impaled Kitava on it, and cast both into the sea. Kitava sank to the bottom of the sea. But instead of the fish eating Kitava, it was Kitava who ate all of the fish that nibbled at him, flesh, scales, guts, and all. When Tukohama and Valako hauled a fat-bellied Kitava back up from the sea, they were even more furious and knew that Kitava must be punished one final time.
Valako's job. One day you eat the fish. One day you feed the fish.
Tukohama, our father of war, and Valako, father of storm, took Kitava to Hinekora, mother of death. They asked her to kill the greedy Kitava, for surely their tribe would starve if Kitava continued to live among them. But Hinekora refused, for death would not teach Kitava the lesson he needed to learn. Instead, Hinekora beat Kitava with a whip woven of her own hair. To Kitava, each strand was a searing lash, and so he wore thousands and thousands of blistering lashes across his back, as Hinekora drove him relentlessly into the darkest corner of the underworld. There she left him to suffer, without water or food, for the rest of eternity. And there Kitava remained, in the darkness of Hinekora's night-clad island, for time beyond measure. There he suffered, waiting for the day that he could return to the world of light, to slake his scorching thirst and satiate his ravening hunger.
All right, well, they really fucked this guy up. Hold on, let's see what Farici has to say.
You're late. Yet, as luck would have it, our latest loose thread remains in the vicinity. Send this malcontent a message from me, expressing my violent disdain of their current behavior, but do not kill them, you hear?
Okay.
That would only
I really hate this one, so I don't know how we're gonna do this. Okay. Let's just do this.
I must have time to gather my will.
Okay, that should be good. Oh, okay, no, we're good. That worked.
I do like a tidy ending. It seems that we might continue to be useful to each other. Look for me in the Sarn encampment. Even the finest thread cannot comprehend the tapestry to which it is bound. It is time you and I discussed our future, my useful friend. Meet me in the Sarn encampment at your earliest convenience.
Okay, I like that. Level 2. Varichi's one of the best masters. Alright, let's get some more of that sexy totem stuff. His quests are going to be the hardest, unfortunately. Right, in general, if you walk around the corners of this place without actually going through the middle, you'll find the torments no problem.
Arohongui, daughter of the moon, was preparing for a feast to celebrate Tukohama's return from his war on the first ones of the Ezamites. Tafor, son of the forest, asked each of the birds to sacrifice one of their kind for the feast. He gave these offerings to Arohongui, who cooked them in a great firestone pit. Seeing all of those plump birds cooking made Kitava very hungry, and he offered to watch them, to make sure they didn't burn while Arohongui rested during the heat of the day. Arohongui thanked Kitava for his kindness, but while she slept, Kitava ate the cooking birds, flesh, bones, gizzards and all. Upon waking, Arohongui was furious to find that Kitava had lied to her, for saying that he would watch the birds when he truly intended to eat them all up. When Tukohama arrived home in his mighty canoe, Arohongui asked him to punish Kitava for his selfish gluttony. Tukohama, our father of war, agreed and pulled the sharpest tooth from his own mouth. He then asked Arohongui and Tafor to hold Kitava fast while he cut Kitava's face with the tooth. 2 slashes that blinded Kitava and formed a bleeding cross upon his face. From that day forth, Kitava would never be able to promise to watch that which he truly intended to consume.
Ah, dude, hardcore. Alright, well, we can get out of here now. Excuse me. Oh, I should read these. What we steal in life, we repay in death. And Tukohama's tooth. The belly cannot hunger for what the eyes cannot see. You know, you can smell it. Smells are a thing. If you got a nose, you know, the nose knows. Which is how Toucan Sam would always follow the fruity taste that shows.
Not all slaves believe Dutula's lies. Some I know have managed to steal a ship and are soon to set sail for Namakanui. Hopefully, with these treasures on board, Valakor will bless their voyage and breathe deeply into their sails. No, I'm not going with them. I helped bring this curse down upon Oriath, so I'll help save what little there is left to save. Here, take something, in thanks for your part in preserving the Karui way.
Ooh, skill point. I'll take that.
For freedom.
Okay. I guess that's it for this. Alright, so let's get rid of all the garbage.
Yes?
Is this any good? There's not a lot of resistance on it, so no. Attack speed. Oh, actually, maximum mana is pretty good, even though it's attack speed. And increased fire damage. That's also very good. Okay, we're gonna put these away for later. Let's see now. Guess we'll just shove these in here. You know what? One chaos. Yeah, who knows? You might get a buyer. Essences. All right. And let's get some prophecies.
Welcome. They flee from the eyes of.
Only rare
Let
items.
me
Okay.
tell your future. To plow a field.
All side area of all orbs are nice.
4 of shared flesh and blood. Raise an army.
If I remember correctly, that one never goes where it's supposed to. So let's go to the ossuary now. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's all we have left. Oh, here. Well, if I do this fast enough, the prophecy will continue. So let's let's do this. Boop. Okay. Okay, that's where we need to go, but it's basically a circle, so... Oh! Alchemy orb. It's basically a circle, so we'll have to walk around. This is also a really great place to level up, because the density is very nice, and everything has very little health. Really? It's right? No? Okay, for a second there I'm like, I don't ever remember it being that short. Oh, there's a beast. Gotta go kill it. Oh, another jewel. Getting lots of jewels. I'm liking this. Alright.
I must have time to go.
Nice.
Great job, Exile. I now will take the captured beast to the menagerie.
Alright. Oh, identified items, that's all. Immunity to bleeding. Not that great. Okay. Alright, we got the sign of purity. I think Sin shows up for a second there, yep. Wrought from blood and gold, innocence fashioned a weapon of tempered purity, capable of banishing darkness and bringing order to the chaos in men's hearts.
An empire is nothing more than a standard, pitched in the naked earth. The time has come for you to raise the standard upon the peak of false faith, the apex of Chitta's cathedral. Drive it deep into that sacred stone. Mark the death of a faithless empire and slay the slavering kingdom that seeks to consume it.
Whatever you say, Sin. Whatever you say. Alright. So, I should be able to get to the rooftop now. And I think because I did this fast enough, we should be able to do the prophecy. Yep. Nice. Okay, so just hang to the left and just ride it all the way down, and that's where you gotta go. Like eventually you'll reach like a corner, and that's where you get to the roof. dead end? We will see. Yes, it is. It's almost like I've played this game before. Eventually you just start noticing the patterns, and everything works out. Oh, here we are. I think this is no. Never mind. Oh, no, wait, yeah. There'll be like stairs. Yep, okay. And here's the roof, and then the camera zooms out for that cinematic effect. Okay, so we actually missed this little thing over here. We gotta go kill a specific guy. You'll see who it is.
Did you think our vengeance was done, Savior? Oh no, it has only begun.
So yeah, that guy that was helping us before, being an asshole, yeah, well, he's dead now.
You're still alive. So is Kitava. What more do you need to know? You'll find a way. I believe it. For freedom.
Kitava is a primal deity, forged from the most fundamental of human desires, hunger. The simple act of craving that which we cannot yet consume. To defeat Kitava is to squeeze the very heart of human nature into stillness. You don't think you can do that? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Farewell.
Okay.
The High Priest is dead, yet the object of his devotion remains. There's no doubt you did all right bringing that man-turned-monster to heel, but you weren't able to stop him fishing his master out of a river of blood. Damn. Sorry. I never could get the hang of boosting morale. Didn't seem right to polish the edges off harsh facts. Probably why I never made captain. Still, I've been poking around here for a bit and have turned up Utula's stash. Quite the magpie he was. So here, help yourself. When it comes to hunting a god, I suppose every little bit helps.
Yes it does. Oh, okay, so increased mana regen, a cat. Yes, okay, we're getting this. Absolutely.
I don't ask this in the name of innocence. He understands now the folly his devotees have wrought upon this world. I ask in the name of Oriath. There are many that deserve what Kitava offers, and there are many more who do not. Put an end to Kitava's savage reign, for there remains much in this land that is worth saving. Good luck out there.
Okay. Anyone else got anything else to say? Alright, well, guess that's it. Back to the show. Okay, now it says there's a waypoint here, but you can't get it until after you beat Kitava, so... it's also a really good place to get experience. It's just a straight line. Tons of mobs. Oh, temporal chains. Why do you hate me? And these things hurt like a motherfucker. For the record. Saw that. I'll take that, thank you. I do like the aesthetic of the roof. Like you're literally like on a roof. At least I think you're on a roof. It says rooftop, but whatever. Why are there stairs on the roof? Right, physical damage reduction. That's it? Okay. I like that. That. Come on, where is this thing? I'm like serious, where is it? I want that net. There it is. If you see the book, then you know you're at the end. Hope the boss doesn't fucking rip you apart.
To plow a field,
Nice.
you need a tool. To harvest grain, you need a tool. To spread corruption, you need a tool.
I like that. Okay, I don't have an extra blue socket. God damn it! Ball summon skeletons can be pretty fun. There's nothing over here? Okay, good. Alright. Oh no, the research journal. Ah! Oh well. It's probably someone like, oh, my queen, she killed me. Why'd she do that? I loved her. You know. It's not even voice acted. I don't remember those being here. Nice. Oh, I highly recommend doing, if you haven't done your Ascendancy yet, for whatever reason, now's the time to do it. Because from here on out, things get a little bit harder. Yeah, give me that. Okay. Nice and easy. Oh no. This big evil statue man. I don't like that. Don't stand in the X. Don't do what I did either and stand in the AoE. Oh shit, how did I not see that?
My mana is spent.
Alright, we're gonna make our first trade.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be extinguished.
Right, so when you lose to Kitava, you lose 30% to all resistances.
There is no shame in falling to a god. Shame lies only in refusing to rise again. You shall soar. That much I'm permitted to foresee. You shall ascend to the peak of your loftiest mistake, and from there you shall pluck a single surviving hope from the jaws of immortal despair. A ship sails for Lion Eye's watch not far from here. Be on it.
Sure thing, Sin. I'm sure with a name like Sin, you can be trusted. Okay, you get the waypoint automatically whenever you kill the boss. Don't even worry about it. Alright.
I'm Captain Lily Roth, and we sail for Rayclast. Better to live in exile than die on this psychotic bonfire of an island. You want to make it out of here? You'd better get on board. But make it quick, 'cause I ain't got time for tears and regrets.
Hey, to Rayclast.
Remember, this ain't no charity run. You owe me. Cast off!
Okay, we'll talk to her in a little bit. I want to go Get the stuff from that guy. Five chaos? Oh yeah, dude. Okay, you ready for this? This is how you do it. You put stuff in a tab, and when someone wants it, you trade them for it. You hit trade. They'll tell you where it is, and then you do it. Then you say thank you. That's it. That's how trading works. All right. T4T. I don't know. Thank for to. I don't know what that means. All right. Well.
You are welcome. The ancestors watch. On behalf of the ancestors, I thank you. Karui or not, the way rewards those that walk its path without fear and without remorse. It has come time to offer you a warning, for you have entered the most dangerous leg of your journey as a warrior. Had I the tools at hand, I would carve the mark of Kitava, father of chaos, into your flesh. You now wield the twin-bladed axe that is life and death, a weapon capable of both honor and disgrace. You have the power now to extend the borders of your kingdom, and I urge you to do so. For small places breed small thoughts, and it is in those tiny, shadowed recesses of the mind that Kitava will make his home.